Welcome back. Thanks so much for being with me. We are continuing our series with the Kwa numbers, otherwise known as 9-star astrology. And today we are working on the 7 metal, Tui in Chinese, if I'm pronouncing that properly. The 7 metal is part of the magic Lo Shu square. I always keep this up. This is the universal magic Lo Shu square, and the 5 is always in the center. You can see here 7 metal is in the position of the west in direction. So all of the numbers are going to have an element and a direction connected to it. With the 7 metal, it is yin in nature. If you remember our series on the yin and the yang, the two sides of the same coin. The yin is the feminine, the reflective, the open, the receptive. And therefore it's the lake. If you think of the stillness of a lake and you could see your reflection in the water, this number is very reflective in nature. It takes its time. That's part of the yin qualities of this 7 metal. If you were born with the 7 metal, these are some of the attributes you might have in your BaZi natal chart. As 9-star astrology, the way I do it is always incorporated in your reading. The 7 metal acts as the youngest daughter. All of these positions have a place in the family member hierarchy, if you will, and the youngest daughter. Well, that's carefree. That they don't have to be the oldest performing all the rules and building the path, right? They're the youngest daughter. It's all about joy and pleasure and that passive, reflective nature. West in direction, as we said, and it's red in color. Seems a little counterintuitive, but all the 9-star numbers have a color connected, and in this case, the 7 metal is connected to red. I also keep the wheel of elements up here on the right. As you can see when we're doing our series in the 9-star numbers, they're all also connected to the elements. This one is metal. So you'll go back to the reference of the metal element, look up my video on the 5 elements, and you'll get a little more in depth on what does it mean to be a metal person. Let me take from Raphael's book. Here is Feng Shui, and this is Strategies for Business Success. This is my master and teacher where I learned to read, write, and some days I can speak the Chinese if I'm remembering myself. So the 7 metal star, let's read from his book. Like the lake, you are reflective and playful. You are a gifted conversationalist and writer. You have the ability to charm and influence others with your smooth manner and wit. You are naturally skillful with people. Try to avoid manipulating others through flattery and cunning. A keen observer of others, you are capable of criticizing people behind their backs, while using their weaknesses to your advantage. Keeping double standards will spell your downfall in the long run. Notwithstanding, because you are sharp-minded and detail-oriented, as most metals are, you make a good critic and counselor and are at your best in a good partnership. You need a socially active and friendly environment in order to feel secure and happy with your work. So these are some of the qualities that metal brings to the table. Metal is a conduit. It likes connecting others. That's why people with the 6 or the 7 metal have that ability to connect with others and really say, hey, you'd be great with this person. And there's a real connection there. Think of metal as the conduit for energy or electricity, right? We need that. So metal really gives us that gift. So remember, as the 7 metal, be the lake, be reflective and yin. And thanks for being with me for Kwa number 7.